What's up, everybody? It is the Best Bot Kid Smooth back with another video, and yes, I'm going to be talking Starfield continuously because Starfield's the talk of the town. Starfield is the best game out right now. Starfield is the game everybody's talking about. All the reviewers are talking about it. All the not anti-Xbox people are talking about it. People who don't even like it talking about it. People who don't even like Xbox is talking about it. And it's all I've been playing, right? I'm not playing anything right now. I'm about how many hours in? Man, I think I got like four and a half days total hours in. And it's just been an epic experience. Like, I'm trying to like scale back from it because it's been unhealthy. The amount of hours I put into this game, the amount of time that I'm playing this game, and the thing is that I'm truthfully having fun with it, whether it be the quests, and to the point I'm starting to even venture out and do like the stuff that I didn't think I would find fun, and that's going to a planet and trying to get 100% scanning resources, and I haven't even dug deep into crafting things, and it's like I'm starting to invest a little bit more time in that. But there's just a lot going on. Like I just finished up another quest line for another faction, this time the United Colonies. I thought that was pretty good, and I don't want to spoil anything, but like, you know, you start dealing more with like, you know creatures and stuff like that. Which was a one hell of a good experience. Starfield, man, there's the talk in the discourse around Starfield has been ridiculous. And we'll stand by my guns. This is game of the year for me. It's game of the year. It's game of the year for me. I'm not going to talk about game of the generation. I don't really believe in any of that crap. But it is definitely game of the year. The reviews, like I said, I still have there's a lot of shady stuff going on with the reviews. You guys know how I feel about the GameSpot review, which I thought, well, GameSpot right now they're currently marketing the fact that they gave Starfield a 7 out of 10. They repost that they gave it a 7 out of 10. They're averaging about 3 tweets per day, and pretty much running a Twitter ad for their 7 out of 10. They're proud. They're wearing that 7 out of 10 badge of honor that they scored a very good game, pretty much average. IGN, again, disappointed in them. But at the end of the day, don't really care. I don't. My gaming opinions, I don't think never went in line with never went in line with GameSpot. I think GameSpot they have the way that they rate games and their judgment on games, I just never agree with. I honestly, they don't even know how to work a console. IGN, again, same thing. It's like I used to, back in the day, I used to only use one source for reviews, and that was like Game Informer, and that was just because I got the magazine, and I would read the reviews every month with the magazine and stuff like that. So that used to be my pretty much ideal, like that's my reference I would usually go off of. Back then when I actually identified a review score, like how good a game was, I used to go with Game Informer. Now, the discussion about Starfield, and right now it's a lot going on. It's popular. People are talking about it. This is the most hype we've seen upon of a game since Elden Ring. The game officially comes out tonight for everyone. Like the first week or so has been was early access and review discussion, but early access was people spending $100 for the premium edition, or upgrading their Game Pass subscription for that premium add-on. And people are playing the game. People are enjoying it. When I'm learning every day, I'm playing Starfield or talking with people that are currently playing it or that have reviewed it and then still playing. There's things that are coming out, like things that they didn't realize that they can do, things that they haven't experienced. I'm talking with peers and telling them about what I've got to do and they're telling me about things they got to do, and it's like we're not experiencing the same thing, and that's one of the incredible things about the game. And it's like I don't understand how people who rush through the game to try to get it done in about maybe 25, 30 hours, and they come up with the review, and it's just like this is like one of those first games where I don't think a review is justifiable. Like a score isn't justifiable. A lot of people in their reviews is missing the people aren't mentioning key things that will probably add a whole or remove a whole hell of a lot of the game for them. So, and what's going on now is that I think the Metacritic is somewhere between 86 and 88, right? I think 86 on Xbox, 88 on PC, whatever. And it's being, I'm going to say, it's being as exactly what I said. I said at one point determines this game success or failure. If it's 90, it's a success. If it's 89, it's a failure. Not that because I believe that. It's because that's how the internet will treat it. So people will have you believe that Starfield is like the worst game of the year with an 86 Metacritic. It makes no sense. But and the score is like, I respect the score. Me personally, I think this is a well above average game. It's a phenomenal game to me. My personal score, like I said, it's a 95. But I mean, I don't see how it's like anything less than, I don't see it being anything less than a 90 personally. But again, I can't control or determine how anybody else feels about a game, can't make anyone like a game, and I'm not going to try to talk people into liking a game. It's just that I just can't stop sharing how great of experience I'm having, how fun of a game that I think this is. Whether it be like doing, the main quest, side quest, factions, or just discovering things and being rewarded with things and pretty much things that just add into the gameplay experience. This game, in terms of, I love the way it looks. The crazy thing about this game is so dynamic, right? Because some parts of the game don't look too pretty, which is like the general AI. And the general AI is like the people AI you don't really interact with. They're just there to fill the world. Some of the planets are so-so, but a lot of this game looks phenomenal. And for a Bethesda game, it's like people like, for a Bethesda game, man, like they're not known for their high tier visuals, but this game, to me, in my opinion, it gets the job done. It looks good, it feels good, it plays good, the story's great. There's no other game really like it on this scope, and I know the thing to do is to dismiss it, because right now, obviously, any bad banter, negative banter about Starfield is going to get you paid about like maybe $500 to $1,000 on Twitter if you get enough, engagements, get enough people retweeting and interacting, just pissing people off. It's very profitable right now. And Starfield is going to be the talk. People are going to be talking about this game. They'll talk about how much they don't like it, and you got people stealing people photos about cancellations. You got people pre-ordering multiple copies of this game and canceling it and sharing that screenshot, and they're getting like and people are reporting on it like, oh my god, people are canceling their Starfield or returning Starfield and stuff like that, and it's just nonsense. And sometimes I have to remove myself from the talk because people are just really just speaking just to do it and just to hate. And what's going to happen is going to happen again. Next month we got Forza Motorsport. It's going to go through the same scrutiny. Probably not as much as Starfield, because Starfield, the expectations were extremely high, and it's meeting my expectations personally. Outside of the loading screens is my real beef with the game, is loading screens, and I wish it had an unlocked FPS. Got to play it on PC, not getting the greatest FPS, but the frame rates that I'm getting, I was like, man, if it had an unlocked FPS, this is definitely manageable. It does, feel a bit better. But overall, man, I can't complain, man. I'm just enjoying the game, and when you share how good of a time you're having in a game, there's these grifters, there's everybody online who wants to they combat your enjoyment of the game, and they just want to pretty much attack you with, how they think the game is shitty, or with somebody else's review score, or some ugly ass screenshot that they've found. And it's like, dude, like, no matter what you're not going to change how I'm playing I'm playing the game, so you can't change my mind. You know what I mean? People just need to admit that, Starfield is a great game. Xbox, Bethesda, they did a good job. They got a gem. It's popular. It is, a lot of people are playing it, whether on their PC or on console. And it's about to have a second launch. This is the start of, like, Xbox delivering. And the score may not suggest that it's that big of a deal, but no, this game's a big deal, and I think the score is very jaded. And I think this was going to be the situation from the start. People want to be that, outlet to drive up traffic and clicks and be infamously known. Negativity sells. We know that. It's the reason why, Elon started paying people. He increased his Twitter Blue subscription amount by monetizing people's tweets, and people, you get paid for engagement. So people are becoming more toxic on the app because they got to get the engagements up. So people are talking shit about the game. And the crazy thing is, prior to this engagements and getting paid on Twitter, people used to criticize people for not playing games and talking about them all the time. Like, now, people are celebrated for not playing games, for just talking about it. This is like, I don't know how many more videos I'm going to be able to put out. But again, the discussion around Starfield is very toxic, and it doesn't need to be. It's a really, really good game, and I don't know when I'm going to stop. This is that game I said on Weapon Wheel. Starfield to me is what Bloodborne was to From Software games. I did not like From Software games, those Souls type games. Just I stood away from them, had no interest in them until I found one that actually clicked. And then because I found one that clicked, it opened me up to like a Sekiro, an Elden Ring, and a few other games that came out, like, Still Rising and the Asterigos and stuff like that. It opened me up to a few games that came out, and I've actually now kind of have a taste for that genre. Bethesda games, like I said, I pretty much stayed away from them. Like I said, I had experience with Oblivion, but I didn't dig too much into Skyrim, Fallout 3, Fallout 4. No, I just couldn't really dive into them. But Starfield comes through, and it just hits, it just clicks, and it's literally, I feel like this is the game that it's the breakthrough for me, and it's doing a wonderful job. Like, again, but again, I'm coming with no expectations. I was just hoping the game wasn't going to be boring, and I haven't found myself bored at all with the game. I'm just learning stuff. You just learn something new every time you play. Just something, some trick that I learned I could do. Oh, I didn't realize I can. I didn't have to. Put this weapon as my favorite. I don't have to go in the menu and manually take off my spacesuit when I don't need it on. There's just so much going on in this game, and I'm very, very proud of it. The only thing I have an issue with currently is that I did have early access to the game, review access to the game, and unfortunately, my achievements, anything that I've done prior to August 31st isn't unlocking, which sucks because I've done a lot from August 20th to August 31st. I've done a hell of a lot, and those achievements I can't get unless I, start the game over again, which I technically can do with New Game Plus, but I'm just not in a rush to kill this current quest that I got on. I've just been exploring so much, and I'm willing to take the L on some achievements, but I'll have to unfortunately play the beginning of the game, probably the first 25 hours of the game, to get the achievements that I'm missing. Because right now it's only registering whatever I did since August 31st, and it's not a good representation of what I've done in the game. However, my hours are there. Hopefully Xbox and Jason Rano, whatever, they issue some sort of patch or update that allow people who played the game during a review period to get their achievements. But overall, man, everybody who's downloading the game tonight, who's playing the game today, launch day and stuff like that, you're in for a hell of a time. Pay attention, read, And don't rush the game. Don't feel like you have to beeline the game. Play like you would play, I guess, an RPG. There's just so much to this game, so much going on in this game. It every day is something new. Every planet I go to, every character I freaking at the time of this video, I completed a quest with one of my companions that's dedicated to one of my companions, and that was awesome. It just keeps opening up, man. I'm loving Starfield. I can't even pretend that I don't like it. I couldn't pretend that I like the game, but nah, this is true, genuine feeling. This is my game of the year for sure. I know there's a lot of great games coming out for the remainder of the year. You know, you got the Assassin's Creed, Alan Wake, and Forza, and there's a Spider-Man and stuff, which I know is going to be great. But I know what to expect for the rest of the games that are coming out. I expect better versions of the games they've released previously. Starfield is something different. It's something epic, and there's nothing you can compare it to. And it's a really good game. So let me know your thoughts. And if you ain't watching this video, I completely understand. You got the game of the year on your Xbox. So Xbox is the best box. I am the best spot. Good night or good morning if you're on the other side of the globe. I'm out of here. Peace.